This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is a case of Staves versus Staves. You all have been together for 4 years, you're married, but whether this marriage goes any further depends on what happens in this courtroom today. Is that right, Ms. Staves?
Yes, Your Honor.
You've opened this case, tell us why.
I'm here because I'm for sure that my husband is cheating. I call him texting some chick saying, I love you. So I looked over and I was like, you love somebody? And he was just like, oh, that's not what it is. You read it wrong. Like, I got 2 eyes. I can see.
Who you telling I love you to?
Yeah, Honor, I wasn't, it wasn't even I love you. It said I miss you.
So who are you conversing with saying, I love you, I miss you, or
Either one.
what other term of affection you want to use?
It was a coworker that I was working with.
Unless your coworker is her.
And it wasn't.
Is she your coworker?
No.
Oh, come on, Mr. Staves. This is Couples Court 101. If you write a coworker talking about I miss you, I love you, what else is she gonna think?
I mean, I'm not, you know, I'm not.
You're going by what your shirt says, not guilty.
Not guilty, you gotta feel me, you know, so.
Have you had sex or any contact with this coworker, Mr. Staves?
No, not really. We might hung out and I might say some flirtatious stuff maybe, you know. But
Have you kissed her?
No.
Have you touched her?
No, I didn't.
All right.
So, Ms. Staves, you found this I love you text. What other warning signs have you seen?
Well, we used to go on dates like every Friday. Now ever since we got married, like for the last 3 years, we haven't been on no dates. We used to have sex like 2-3 times a day, and now we might have it once a week, if that.
Okay, here's the thing. No dates? You said no dates for the last 3 years?
For 3 years.
We've been on dates, but they seem like they're not good enough, or like we just trying to recently go out to like concerts and stuff. So I've been wanting to be able to do that for her, you know what I'm saying, as if she did for me before, you know. So I'm like trying to work on
Our last date was a concert 3 years ago. And I took him on that date.
She's saying ain't nothing to appreciate. She's like, there is no dating, so there's nothing for me to appreciate. Which makes me want to go, okay.
Yeah,
you said 3, you haven't gone on one, you used to do this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
What was it like when you used to do this? What was
We used to
the
have
beginning
fun.
like?
Like, it used to be the time where he'd just like pop up at the house and be like, oh, I want to take you somewhere, or he'd be like, I got a secret for you, and then like 2 seconds later, he's like, okay, I can't keep it. I want to take you out on a date. This is what we're gonna do. I end up getting pregnant with our oldest daughter, and a couple of like a year or 2 later, on Halloween he proposed to me. Him and my daughter got on one knee, and she asked me would I marry her daddy.
Oh, that's cute.
That's how we met. That's how we became a couple and married.
So it was kind of sweet. You all were
we
friends.
used to be really close and really had a lot of fun together and loved each other. And I don't know, all the fun is just gone. It just seemed like we do just arguing all the time. And
So, Mr. Staves, what it sounds like to me is when you were trying to get her, your game was up here.
Yeah.
And then once you got her, you kind of dropping your game a little bit. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but it's not even
Right.
It's not. That's right, but it's a lot of things that came with it. She did stuff like bleach my clothes, you know what I'm saying? And that was before I was even cheating or anything. She accused me of
Before you were cheating?
Yeah, like
Before you were cheating?
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. Before she accused me of cheating. I'm sorry. That's why I meant to put it like that. Like
You sure you don't want to cover that? Cover your shirt up a little bit?
It was a chick that we knew, you know what I'm saying, both in a town that we moved to, and she thought I was still seeing her and everything, and
because you asked about her.
Because I asked about her.
House.
Yeah, I asked about her with my own friend, and it was just nonchalant. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, man, I used to, you know what I'm saying, know her like this and that, but I don't know if she still stay over there. That's how I said it. But he went back as if, you know, I was still looking for her. We went by her house and all that type of stuff. But it wasn't even that case, you know.
So, Ms. Staves, why did you bleach his clothes?
Because when I asked about it, he was lying.
What did you ask him about?
I asked him why he was trying to go. Why was he even worried about that girl? Like, I think he was over there seeing the girl. So I bleached his clothes.
Okay, I gotta say, once you bleach a man's clothes, he's gonna be less inclined to want to take you out on a date. I'm just saying.
Okay, that was
I'm
like
not gonna
one
have the
incident.
tire to take out in.
It was.
Trying to figure that out.
He said he ain't got nothing to put.
You got nothing to wear.
He got clothes to wear.
Okay, so we know you have these warning signs.
Yes.
These things that are making you think something's amiss. But what do you have that shows he's cheating?
Well, one day I had, like, he went missing and I couldn't, like, get a hold of him. So he
Okay.
told me where he was staying at. So I called that person and was like, hey, is DeAndre over there? He said no. So I called my homegirl and I was like, okay, something's up.
Hold on, let me ask you something. Had y'all had a falling out?
We had an argument, yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
he's left to cool off.
Yeah,
All right,
or so
that-
he said.
All right.
And so I called my best friend. I was like, it's a mission time, so let's, suit up, let's go.
It's what time?
It's mission time.
Mission time. Okay. Ooh.
So my friend pulled up. I was like, all right, we get in the car, and I was like, we were supposed to go to the store, and she wanted to go to the store way out. So I said, no, I want to go to the store closer by. And I'm telling you, it's God, because God works in mysterious ways in my life, honey. I pull up, before I could even turn off my car, I see DeAndre coming out the store. And so I look beside me, it's a chick in this car. I said, so when he see me, he see my best friend, he already know what's going on.
There's a woman in his car?
No, in her car. It's in her car, but it was only 3 cars. It was the car that pulled up with me and my car and this car beside, and here come DeAndre just strolling out.
So he sees you.
He seen me and he took off into the car. Well,
He's running?
Yes, like he kind of sped up because he know it's back
came
for
outside.
five. So I opened the door.
You open the car door.
Yes, and I drug him out.
You physically drug him out of the car.
Yes.
Oh, how'd you do that? Did you grab him by the shoulders?
No, I
or
grabbed him by his hair.
Oh, real dragon. Oh.
She actually dragged you out of your car by your hair.
Dragged me out the car. I didn't even see her. Like I came out on a whole different mission. But she'll swear up and down that, you know what I'm saying, I seen her and I tried to run to the car and jump in.
Mrs. Staves, for those of us who want to know, what happened next?
We get back in the car, we leave. I can't get a hold of him. We not, like, he still didn't come home. He didn't go, like.
You still
Then
didn't
a
go
couple
home? After
days
you
later-
caught red-handed, you didn't go home?
The girl was my friend, you know what I'm saying?
Of course she was.
She
They always friends.
give me a ride back and forth to work, you know what I'm saying? Trying to help me out, you know what I'm saying? Because I was.
Is this the same friend you miss or slash
No,
love?
no, it's not.
Oh, it's a different one.
It's a different.
Different coworker.
Yeah, this.
Have you ever told her you miss a lover?
No, I didn't. I did not.
Did she see you get dragged out the car?
Oh, yeah. Oh, baby was scared.
She circled back, you know what I'm saying, just to see what's out.
Oh, she pulled off and left you?
Yeah, she pulled off. Yo.
Oh, she didn't have no choice.
Hold on, Mr. Cutler.
She didn't have no choice.
Hold on, Mr. Cutler. She drags him out by the hair. Homegirl leaves him.
Oh,
She's
she didn't
like,
have no choice.
deuces.
But she did come back at some point
She's
just
like,
to probably look and see if he was okay.
Just trying
you
to-
okay?
Just,
Oh, this is
yeah, she
so
just trying
rich.
to make sure I was cool, you know what I'm saying? Cause
So you say nothing happened.
yes.
You are not guilty.
Yes, Shauna.
Right.
That's what you and your shirt say.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
What y'all say?
Cause I'm like,
Have you caught your husband in any other, what's the word, compromising situation?
Yes, I've caught him in several compromising situations. We had a neighbor, she was a hoe, and
Okay, here, I
I'm
understand
sorry, Your
how you
Honor.
feel.
I'm
I feel you. I understand how you feel. But let's just call her
The neighbor.
okay,
the neighbor.
The neighbor.
but
Okay, well, we have
the special neighbor.
Oh, yeah, she's special. All right, we have a neighbor that's special. I didn't want him around them, and so I was like, just so we don't have those kind of issues, just stay away from her, you know, just be, you know what I'm saying? Just if you don't want no problems, it won't be no problems if you just stay away from this person.
but how you want me to practically avoid this girl at all costs in this small apartment? If I go if I come down the stairs or go ahead to work, or if I see her outside, I gotta
around and go the
turn
other
around.
way.
You know what I'm saying? That
Yes.
it just seemed like, you know what I'm saying, it was a little more controlling than, you know what I'm saying, her just, you know, respecting me or trusting me, you know?
Okay, so wait. Just one question. So you didn't mind her giving you a heads up about it, right?
Yeah.
But what you didn't like is, and if you see her, I don't even want you to look at her. You come back in the house and she goes like all that.
Like,
you didn't like
we had a neighbor, me and my friend hung out with her and the special female and her cousin. They came over, you know, and it's not my house. I can't tell them to leave or none of that. So I sat there for a minute and conversated with the owner of the house. And then I was like, all right, we gotta go, you know what I'm saying, because they up here, you know.
Well, later I'm doing a neighbor's hair.
How much later?
Like 2 days later. It was
2 days later.
Like 2 days later, I'm doing a neighbor's hair, and she's filling me in how he was with the neighbor and the girls and all this stuff. And then when I come outside my house, I stopped doing her hair to ask them about it. He in the doorway with the girl that I told him don't be around, smoking a black and mild or something, or smoking a cigarette or something.
All right,
Mr. Staves.
Mr. Staves.
Mr. Staves, just, can you put your hand over that top part? Do you want to do that?
No, because I'm telling you, you gotta feel it. Look, I'm telling you, I'm not guilty. I promise you that.
Okay, why you with this woman? Why you with the woman, your wife, that specifically said, no?
She opened the door and was like, oh, I see how y'all doing it, how this going now. I'm like, I'm not even doing anything to her. I'm not hugged up with her. I'm not touching on her. She just so happened to come outside and didn't have no cigarette to smoke or anything. So I just gave her the black and I was gonna get up and leave.
Let the girl go find the cigarettes. She know how to find cigarettes. She was finding cigarettes before she met you. With her broke self.
Mr. Cutler, let's look at these accusations. She found him in another woman's car and she dragged him out by the hair. My personal favorite.
Mine's too.
She also told him specifically to stay away from this particular special neighbor. Then you've got that they've not been out on dates. Their sex life has decreased. And I'm sure because of sex life decreased, she's like, well, if he ain't doing it with me, who's he doing with? Right. Am I right?
Right.
And this one-time happy marriage, friends with benefits, friends that become lovers, friends that become husband and wife, all of that is at risk. And if you find out he's cheating, you're done?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard because we got 2 kids together. I don't want to lose it, but at the same time, I don't want to be miserable either.
All right.
Well, in order to get to the truth, this court has done a full and complete investigation. At this time, the court will call former military interrogator Lena Cisco to determine, is he cheating? Please report Ms. Cisco in. Ms. Cisco, good day. How are you?
I'm well. How are you, Your Honor?
Doing fine. It's good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
We've got Mr. and Mrs. Staves here trying to figure out whether this marriage is going forward or not. Tell us what you did to investigate this case.
Well, I first had the accused write a witness statement, and I analyzed it for any indicators of deception and truthfulness. And I studied their case file, and I put together an interrogation strategy, and then I interrogated Mr. Staves to see if he was cheating.
As it pertains to Mr. Staves and this special female neighbor, what did you uncover?
When I asked Mr. Staves about the female neighbor, he told me that he was at an apartment of another tenant, and the female neighbor showed up. Then he told me I was not trying to get up on the neighbor, meaning I wasn't trying to have sex with the neighbor. And while he was saying this, he was shaking his head no. So verbally, he's saying no. Non-verbally, he's saying no. So that's congruent behavior, which is indicative of truthfulness.
So you don't believe he slept with the neighbor?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
Because
no indicators of deception.
Okay. All right. So the fact that his behavior, what he was saying matched what his body was doing.
Correct.
Is what you rely on to make that determination.
Correct.
All right. So what did you learn about the woman at the store where he got dragged out of the car?
When I asked Mr. Staves about that woman at the store, he was very open with me. So again, providing a lot of detail, so I didn't have to probe for the information. And then he told me that he did have an affair with that woman, and it just ended a couple months ago.
Ms. Staves,
Yeah.
you just heard from our expert that your husband admitted he had an affair with the woman that you saw him with at the store. What's going through your mind?
This is just really embarrassing, and you could have been real with me. You know, I'm probably the only person that, like, if you had been real, I would have understood. Like, if you gotta...
Mr. Staves, I'm not sure you understand that marriage means one person, regardless of what's going on. And when you're in a marriage, when things are bad, I mean, everything ain't always been as lovely as you see with me and Mr. Cutler here. We've been married 30 years. But what you don't do is take those bumps to somebody else to take care of. You've been together 12 years, married 7, you have 4 children together. But allegations of infidelity have brought you to court today. Mr. Patterson, what's at risk? What's at stake?
My family, my kids, and my marriage. It's on the
So
line.
everything's out there.
Everything is out there.
I don't understand why he say the kids, because regardless if we together or not, the kids are his, and he gonna always see them. So I don't understand why he said the kids on.
Well, but I think what he's saying to you is that you all as a family unit, he's gonna be in a house, you're gonna be in a house, you won't have day in and day out. And am I right, Mr. Patterson?
You correct. She
And you don't want to give that up. You want to be there for breakfast, you want to be there for dinner.
Everything.
You want to be there
Graduation,
putting them to
everything.
bed.
Everything.
So, Mr. Patterson, the thought that your wife, the mother of your children, your soulmate, your partner might be cheating on you, what does that feel like inside?
I feel like nothing. I mean, I feel like dirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I mean, this all I got. You know what I'm saying? I got no family. You know, I just feel lost. You know what I'm saying?
I'm lost for words. I didn't know he felt like that. I just feel like my results will speak for themselves.
So are you here to prove that you're not cheating?
I'm here to prove that I'm not cheating. It's all in
You
his
doing
head,
something.
and he delusional.
You're doing something.
Now, you all have been married for 7 years, been together for 12. How did you
With
meet?
kids.
How did we meet?
Since they were kids.
Mr.
Okay,
Patterson, how did you meet?
Met her at a gas station. I pulled up in my mom's car. You know what I'm saying?
He told me it was his.
Flexing like it was mine. You know how we do. So I told her, you know what I'm saying? I go in the store, I buy my little cigars, cigarettes, whatever I was gonna get. I come out, her friend like, oh, my friend like you. I say, oh, but it was 3 on. I say, which one don't like me? She say, this one right here. So I'm like, okay, what's your name? She look at me, I look at her. She was like, Juicy. I said, Juicy?
Juicy.
She
Is that
said,
what you
juicy.
told him, Ms. Patterson?
That's what I told him. Then I gave him a little swirl
Nah,
and popped my hips up to the side. Yeah, that's what I told him.
Oh, she did. Mr. Patterson, she was being fast.
Yeah,
You
she
were
did.
being fast.
I was a little hot in the.
Told him what her name was and told him why. But she led off with Juicy, though. That's the part.
She
It's
let
gonna
off
take
with
me a while to get over
hard
that.
hitter.
I'm Juicy, and she turned it around.
so, exactly why, exactly
Woo,
why.
what does one do with all that kind of information right out the bat?
I just thought he was cute. Like, I thought he was cute. We in high school. He got a car. He can be dropping me off at school and stuff. You know, all the
There
girls
be
and
no
stuff
party
like
like
she ain't
that.
riding the school bus no more. I just thought it was just like, okay, yeah, he got a car. He told me he had his own apartment. His mama left to him. So I was like, ooh, I ain't gonna be at my mama's house no more. I can be over there. You know, so I'm just thinking, you know, yeah, like I'm just like, okay, I'm be turned up.
So here's the deal. When you found out he didn't have his own apartment, he didn't have his own car, why'd you stay with him?
I never found that out until after I got pregnant. Because whenever I went to his house, it was just him there. Whenever he picked me up in the car, it was just us. The family member is the one that came in and was like, get your foot off my couch. And so I looked at him, I was like, hold on, who is this? He's like, I got something to tell you. And I was like,
So that's how you found out.
yeah.
But, you know, he told you and you stayed with him. It's something about him that you like.
He's so charming, like he was just so sweet to me. Like I had never had that in my life before. Like, men wanted me because I was juicy. Like, he wanted me because, other than me telling him what my name and stuff was, he treated me well.
And you enjoyed that from a man.
Yeah.
What was it about her besides being juicy that made you say, yeah, this is the one for me?
I liked the eyes. I love, you know what I'm saying?
He liked that I told him what to do a little bit. Like, he get off on
I
that.
ain't juicy.
Like,
Oh my goodness. All right.
Is she a little bossy at times?
Sometimes.
I think he liked that, though, because when I'm nice, he's a whole different person. But when I put my foot down, he's like, yes, baby. Yes. This is what I'm looking for.
Well, Mr. Cutler, you asked and they answered, so I think we need to move on.
Okay.
I think we too young for this conversation.
That's a little bit. That's a little bit.
I'm just, yeah. So we get to the point that you love her, she's juicy and all of that.
Yeah.
You get married, you have your children. Why do you believe that she's cheating?
Them phone calls and the Facebook messages, It's like that phone to ring. You know what I'm saying? And she'll be like, oh, that's nobody, that's nobody. I'm like, what you mean ain't nobody? Ain't nobody just finna just hit your phone, just back to back to back to back. You know what I'm saying? It's plenty of numbers that's not saved in her phone that just constantly calling. You know what I'm saying? So then I'm like, who is that? Like I say, she'll say nobody. Then I'm like, okay. She'll say, I'll call him back. Call him right now. Matter of fact, answer the phone right now. She won't do it. So I hear about 10 minutes later, she back there talking to somebody. I mean, at that moment, I'm like, okay, I got my kids right here. I can't just go outrageous like that. You know what I'm saying? So.
But hold on. Who are these folks you talking? Who are these people hitting you up?
Is a hotline. I work for the school system. I got all type of people from the school system calling me. I don't live in Atlanta anymore. I stay in Oklahoma.
These numbers saved
so
in your phone.
all these numbers that's calling, I don't know who those are. It say scam likely, so it's scam likely.
Are men calling you?
From Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, they call.
But I have no control over that.
I'm talking about your cell phone. Are men calling you?
They calling the phone.
But you are admitting that they are contacting you on Facebook.
Yes, and sending me pictures and all type of stuff.
Pictures of what?
Let me guess. Let me guess.
I got the pictures.
Let me guess, Mr. Patterson. I bet it wasn't always like that.
No.
You know,
no.
You know, she used to answer the phone in front of you.
All the time. All the time.
And then at some point,
she stopped
doing that.
Right.
And at some point, she started taking the call in the other room. And that's when you started getting suspicious.
Right.
Because you think it's another man calling.
Right.
Or other men.
Right. I got pictures of the messages that were sent to her phone.
All right, Ron, would you please get those? These are pictures that men have sent her.
Right.
On Facebook.
On Facebook.
On social media.
Social media.
All right. So this
For real?
I have no control over that.
These are pictures of.
Put a stop to it.
Soon as they
These are
send
pictures
them, I
of
block.
men's. These are pictures of men's penises.
That have been sent to you.
Yeah, they do it all the time.
Okay, so why in the world is somebody sending you these?
Because I wanted to be like a plus size model and stuff. So when I gained all this weight and stuff, I started posting like little nice pictures and stuff. And I guess they was attracted to me. These are weirdos. I don't know. Like every time they send me, he'll never see me reply back. I press block. Like I block all
Okay, do
of
you know any of these?
No.
You know any of these?
No.
Okay. What are you wearing? Okay, so here's the thing. What are you wearing that makes people think that I should send you a picture of this?
I mean, I wear like lingerie.
Oh my God.
So you're posting on social media pictures of you in lingerie.
Yes.
And so these men are clearly, from these pictures, they show enough turned on.
They just my followers.
I got.
And you're not happy about that.
No, I'm not happy.
You're not happy about her posting these lingerie pictures.
Especially when she goes out with her friends.
She's wearing the lingerie
She's wearing the lingerie to go out.
Out in public.
Out in public.
You've actually submitted a picture of this.
Yeah.
So you're saying she wears this out in public?
Yeah, she wears that in public. It posted all over social media.
Do you going to a lingerie party?
I mean, if you're a mother, a wife,
I look cute.
I mean, you don't do that.
So, Ms. Patterson, you're posting
do
these
that.
pictures on social media and you're going out in public.
Yes.
And you're a mother and a wife.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
mean, I blocked everybody who gonna see it. Like,
But you went out in public. You can't
This
block
the kind of stuff
public
her
from
whole
seeing
friends
you.
wear.
You can't block all the people taking pictures of you in it.
it was a party. It was an all girls lingerie party. I can't come in there with sweats and a t-shirt on. I had to turn up.
Okay. Beside the lingerie party, have you worn outfits like this to other places?
That's birds of a feather that flock together. I mean.
Hold on.
I mean, I might wear that same top and put a skirt on top of it or something with some fishnets and stuff.
Okay, so this outfit you think may have put on a skirt, probably a short skirt, like a mini skirt, because you got to show off the fishnets, right?
Yeah.
What you know about that? What you know about that?
I'm not blind. I mean, I see people out.
Put a pin in that, Mr. Cowell.
He's got to put a pin in. Take the pin out. He's got to put a pin in.
We're going to talk about that.
You see people like that, too. As a matter of fact, I've nudged him like, look at that. And
I just really be wanting to feel confident again because I was a lot
you
smaller.
want to look like your friend.
And
That's what you want to do, man.
Who is she going out
with these friends? She doing, I mean, I know what her friends do. She know what her friends do. And it's like, why would you want to be around that? You know what I'm
So
saying?
you don't think that her friends are the type of women
Are the
you'd
type
like
of
your
women-
wife to hang out
Right,
with?
right,
And you
correct.
think if they're doing certain things,
She gonna be
she's doing certain
birds of a
things.
feather gonna flock together. They gonna
Well,
do it together.
you know, my mother-in-law used to say, you know, you can hang out with one person one time and that's an accident, but you keep hanging out
Keep
with them,
on
they're your
doing it.
crowd.
Right.
That's who you run with.
Right.
So if they're doing things that are not appropriate, your husband's concerned about that.
I've been knowing these girls 15 plus years before I even met him. They understand. They don't pressure me to talk to men. They don't, okay, a guy might buy us a drink, but it's a free drink. At least I ain't spending my money.
So, but you're saying that there's no cheating going on.
No.
You're just hanging out with your friends.
Yes, having a good time, you know, getting away from the kids and him. But I'm, you know, since, not like him like that, but
I understand. I mean, you can hang out with your friends.
and then like since we moved to Oklahoma, I'm by myself. I don't have no family, no friends. I'm isolated.
All right.
Well, Mr. Patterson, do you have any other reason to believe that
Yeah.
she's cheating?
We're not having sex. I'm
that's
not
a
getting
problem.
no kind of conversation from her. I'm not getting the attention that I need from her. You know what I'm saying? Then these grandma panties that she's wearing. I mean, can I?
Grandma panties.
You submitted some evidence
Yes,
about
ma'am.
this?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go over to the monitor.
Look at them underwear. Them the ones that she used to wear. I mean, look at her. I mean, it shows pretty much skin. You know what I mean? Like, she know what I like. But then lately, she been on some. Oh, oh my God! Look at her.
Okay, listen.
Like,
Hold on, let me hear.
look like she got something all in there. I mean, I believe them the underwear that you wear like when the woman going through they little, you know,
Yeah.
that little thing. You know what I'm saying? You don't wear that with me. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying she used to wear like the boy shorts
I'm talking
and
about-
the thong and those types,
I'm talking about, yes.
and now she's wearing the other kind.
the menstrual cycles.
Okay. Wow, that's
See what that-
pretty drastic.
You hear that?
Okay.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Patterson.
I got something to say.
Yes, ma'am. I do want to hear why you went from that to those. I gotta hear that.
Like I said, I was smaller in these. These, I had gained weight, and I had bought like 4 packs of underwear. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and
But you
stack
wear
up.
those when you go out.
But,
though.
Hold on.
but when I opened them, they was huge. But I was like, you know, I ain't got time. I was thinking that the store didn't take underwear back. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put them to use or whatever. So I put them on. I was like, oh, these comfortable. They're a little
But
big.
every day?
But they're comfortable.
Every day?
Hold on, Mr.
I'm
Patterson.
going to bed. I'm going to bed. You know, I go to work in them because they are comfortable. I roll them up at the top, and I just be okay. I be okay with it. I be comfortable.
But Mr. Patterson, did I hear you say she wears the other ones when she goes out?
She wear those when she go out.
The
So
ones
she's
on the
wearing the
left.
sexy underwear when she
She
goes
go
out?
And she wear those in the
Because
house.
those be too big for the outfits that I be having on.
Oh, come on, man.
So you,
Excuse, man. That's an
okay.
excuse.
So you think she's wearing the sexy underwear for another man,
another man.
and then she's wearing the grandma panties
for me.
For you.
For me.
All right, Mr. Culler, I think we got enough right here.
Okay. What we got?
We've got men are sending nude photos to her. She's going out all the time with her friends, and there's no sex. And so Mr. Patterson says that if he finds out that, in fact, Mrs. Patterson is cheating, they're done.
And Ms. Patterson, what do you have to say about that?
I just can't believe he'll be willing to just let everything go, especially when he got issues himself of cheating.
Right.
So and that's recent. That ain't in the past. So like I feel like my past and his recent are two different things.
Now, we are aware that you have filed a countersuit of cheating against Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
But we are going to finish talking about his allegations against you before we talk about that, okay?
Okay.
To get to the bottom of the cheating allegations that Mr. Patterson has against you, this court has done a full and complete investigation. At this time, the court will call licensed and certified polygraph examiner Tommy Platt to determine, is she cheating? Ron, please escort Mr. Platt into the courtroom.
On for it.
How are you, Mr. Platt?
Wonderful.
Could you share with the litigants and for the court record your credentials?
I have 30 years experience in the United States military and as a police officer. I have 10 years experience as a certified polygraph examiner and conducted over 3,000 examinations.
All right. And so you conducted a polygraph examination of Mrs. Patterson, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
and you asked her, since you've been married, have you had physical sexual contact with any other man other than your husband? What was her response?
She stated no.
What did the polygraph reveal?
The polygraph determined that she was telling the truth.
All right, Mr. Patterson.
Pick your lip up.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
Turns out she was being truthful, that she hasn't been cheated. How does that make you feel?
Stupid. Real stupid.
You've
Now-
been wasting time,
Wasting
haven't
my
you?
own time thinking about it.
Well, the thing is, and I understand when you find out that somebody's been sending your wife nude pictures and she's going into other rooms taking phone calls and she's wearing sexy lingerie out and she's changing up things. But the thing to do is to talk to her about it. Don't just go running to her and accusing her. Just say, look, I've got these concerns. Let's talk about this.
Let me tell you something. He only accusing me because of his dirty history. And that's the truth.